Hey, shalom, shalom. This is Mafmaya Shalom on the podium. This is my son of Israel, son of Ephraim. And before I get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Shalom to Akim Magwaf and them buying this to into this video. There's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children to into this video. And I'm gonna do a quick lesson discussing. I'm not really gonna discuss much what's going on because I'm not one to shed light on what they going, how they're going off. But we are called to earnestly contend for the faith. So that's what I'm going to do. We got people out here remixing doctrine and scripts like they jazzy jav, and it's just not. It's going off. They got no light. There's no light in them because they're going off. They're going. This is completely off the walls, off the ship. So we're gonna start with Romans chapter 3 verse 4. The power forbid, yea, let the power be true, and every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Simple, every man is a liar. That's just like a couple precepts. I think the lesson I did, I believe it was last week, going to the fact, it was fact check, right? Men be lying. The Lord will never lie. What the Lord says in this Bible, what it is, it is. You know what I'm saying? So go back to that. Stop letting these people, just because they got a high stature, a lot of followers, tell you one thing when it's not true, right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. Just doubling down on that, right? Trust in the Lord. Trust in these precepts. Because people will say, well, the Bible was remixed and all that stuff, but it's not. Sorry, I got a little cold. But it's not. You feel me? There's nothing they can do for the truth but help it. They can't falsify it. That's why the truth is coming out in such a heavy way now. The book of Jude, chapter 3 verse 4. Verse 3. Verse 3. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you, that you exhort you, that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. Again, this double down the fact that we're called to contend for this faith, right? And completely say what's true, what's not. Now they're saying that salvation is open to everybody, and that's not true. This is not true, right? So we're just gonna go through a couple precepts and just prove that wrong, right? So we'll be in the books of Acts, chapter 13, verse 26, and it reads, Men and brethren, brethren goes into sisters, everybody, right? Men and brethren, children of the stock of Abraham, and whosoever among you feareth the power, to you is the word of this salvation sent, right? So people say, oh, whosoever. Oh, see? No. You see here that they said who? The children of the stock of Abraham. They addressed the children of stock of Abraham, right? So you might say, okay, cool, what does that mean? Well, let's go into definition, etymology, right? Genos.
Strong's G 1085. Genos. Genos.
I don't know if that's how you can hear it. I'm not really sure. I didn't have my volume up on my end. But let's go down here. Kindred, offspring, family, stock, tribe, nation, nationality or descent from a particular people. The agitate of many individuals of the same nature, kind, or sort. Going to the fact that's not everybody, right? It's the offspring of Abraham. So okay, cool. So let's look at that, right? See, Abel, we got here, Seth, Noah, then we go with Ham, Japheth, Shem. We go here, then we go to Abraham, right? Now we have Ishmael, Noah goes here. We didn't know where he goes, Isaac, right? And then from Isaac, we have Jacob and Esau, right? And from Jacob, we have the 12 tribes. So people will say here, oh, here, but if we could tell you down the line, you see what that leads to, right? Not everybody. Not everybody. Right? Through the stock of Abraham, Isaac to Jacob, to 12 tribes, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I chosen. He chose these ones, Jacob and the 12 tribes, right? That came out of Isaac. You know what I'm saying? That came out of Isaac. not Esau, not Ishmael, not Midian, Israel came out of Jacob, and Jacob, Isaac, which came out of Abraham, right? Thus saith Adonai Yahweh that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. Jeshurun is Israel when they're in the right state, right? When they're in the right state of like following the commandments and being the beautiful nation that they're supposed to be, right? The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 12. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Matter of fact, let's read the whole chapter, so there's no confusion. Look at Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that Adonai Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Okay, so again, you see that this is toward these people, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes, right? There's a lineage, right? To this, not nobody else, right? Slakia. Ooh, Slakia. Hear this word that Adonai Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's why these people go through the curses, because they are the true people. The Lord views them as his children, his kindred, right? That came through the stock of who? Abraham. Down to Isaac, because it said Isaac will have the righteous seed. Down to Jacob. 12 tribes. And just, how do you know? I was looking at that. Well, how do you know? Like, well, let's not jump the gun. Slakia again. The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Again, not everybody. To the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which would be these people, right? We're going to keep coming back to this. It will be these people, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in Ha'adawan with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded with shame nor confounded world without end. Salvation is to who? Israel. It just said that multiple times, actually, in different precepts. To who? These people. Let's not make it something that is not. Let's stop remixing the Bible, because if you just go back to what it says, you see that this is what it says. There's no confusion about it. It says, Lord is not the author of confusion, right? He rideth upon plain. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull that up after this. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, of the Israelites, the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans. These people. And that I am Adonai Yahweh, your power, and none else. These people. The stock of Abraham. These people. None else. And my people shall never be ashamed. It's plain. It says it right there. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. For the power is not the author of confusion, but of all peace, and as in all churches of the saints. The Lord isn't the author of confusion. You see here, it says it plainly. Not everybody. So be careful where you get this water from. Again, fact check these people. Go read the Bible yourself. And I don't desire this lesson was edifying and able to give you some peace and enlighten you. You know, you got to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahshua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Shalom to the Akamagwa from the buying that tuned into this video. That is peace with the brothers, sisters, and children that tuned into this video. Shalom.